You know, I'm cool with this old racist guy. His name is Jack. This motherfucker, Mr. Jack, the doorman. He's the doorman at my building. We're friends now, but it didn't start off like that. I mean, I thought he was an asshole. He thought I was an asshole. And it just wasn't working out. We had our biggest fight one day, and I needed to get out of the parking garage, and I forgot my electronic key clicker. I buzzed the buzzer and got no response. So I rang it again. Nothing. I'm late. I gotta get to the studio, and a line is forming behind me of upset yuppies that would fucking raise all hell. And I'm like, fuck, motherfucker, fuck! I'm gonna kill this fucking pussy! Fuck! I'm gonna kill him! So he finally buzzed the fucking door. And I opened up the fucking garage thing. Now, Mr. Jack, he had a surprise for me. He ain't no bitch. No. So while I was yelling at him and I was cursing him out, he decided to say, hey, you want to go outside? And I said, yeah, let's go outside. Me and you, Jack, right now. I'll knock your old ass out. And then he picked up the phone and tried to rip the cord out of the wall as I was making a phone call about my car. And that's when I knew Mr. Jack wasn't fucking around. And I liked him. I said, Jack, Mr. Jack, stop. Why are we fighting? Sure, you're an old white racist who hates black people and Mexicans and Jews and gays. And you probably hate everybody who's not old and white. And you know what? You're old and white and you got every right. I'm young, black, rich, beautiful. But there's no reason we shouldn't get along. You know, and we're sitting there yelling in each other's face like an empire and a baseball team manager. And as we're yelling in each other's face about to come to blows, we realized that we're both fucking crazy. And we decided to let it go. And we're back friends after all of that. But when I got back to my car, my homie was watching the whole thing play out. And he was like, what the hell's wrong with you? And this is one of my smart friends, not the idiot who left his wife over Corona Ritas, but a smart one. Brilliant even. Brilliant guy. And he said, what the hell is wrong with you? And I was like, what? He said, you really arguing with that old white guy? And I said, yeah. He says, that guy's about as old as your grandmother is. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, so what? That motherfucker's a racist. And my homie was like, you don't know that? And I said, that's true. He said, even if he is damn near 80, let him be racist. He said, let him. He was like, he don't have long anyway. Just let him have his hating ways and he'll be dead soon. And I said, damn. I said, you know what? You're right. I said, that's fucked up. But when I started realizing that most racists are old. They're all old. Anybody that's still racist? It's like, yo, they're not going to change now. But they're dying. They're dead already. Let them go. Let them go. Happy. Hating. Hate in the heart. Just fueling their death. And my homie said, think about it. He said, think about being an old white guy having to open up a door for some rich black asshole every morning. And I said, well, who's an asshole? He says, Dice, you're an asshole. I said, I am? He says, yes. He said, we love you, but yeah, you're an asshole. And he said this, and the funniest shit about it was, he said, he fucked up being white, man. And I said, what are you talking about? He says, he's old and white. That means he was around the time where you could walk into a bank with an ID card that you made in your living room and said, hello, I'd like to take out a loan. And they'd say, sure, right over here to the money section. How much would you like? And get away with it. He was around a time where they had Frank Abagnale running a check scam from here to fucking Cognac, France. Why wasn't he scamming then? It's like you wasted all those good years of being old and white when you could have been scamming. Just wasted. And he said, he has to think about that. How he's wasted, old and white. And now he's talking to your ass every morning, and you're an authoritative figure. And I said, you know what? You're right. Because if you're an old white guy and you're not rich, something happened. And he was like, think about it. How many rich white motherfuckers it is. And I'm like, that is intriguing. I'm not just statistically stating that the average white household has $20 to every average black household family, if you wanted to compare. So to be an old white guy and to not be rich, something fucked up along the way. And I'm not saying just you could be white just because you're rich, because that's not the truth. I mean, the road of untold fortunes is more than just color of skin. Of course, we all know that. But don't derail a beautiful white life that you didn't have to. And it sounds crazy. I know what you're saying. But old Jack, my buddy, the old racist, if I was old and white, I'd be mad if I wasn't rich. I would be. I'd be pissed. So, as you're saying, when you fuck up being white, that's when we strike. Because being black, we got to know 2, 3, 4 times what you know in order to get the same position. And that goes for Asians, Latinos, women's, gays. All a white man need to know on a job is how not to let the coke habit interfere with sending his emails. And it's a done deal. You just let that sink in.